Hey guys, Neomis here. So for today's video, I'm going to be talking about the rumors for Thomas Partey, Atletico Madrid defensive midfield player being linked to Arsenal and Manchester United. Also, Alex Lacazette, these continued rumors about him leaving the club to go to Atletico Madrid. And then more news surrounding Wilfried Zaha to Arsenal and again, Manchester United. Stay tuned. So guys, Thomas Partey from Atletico Madrid. This is a rumor that I really didn't think would really be around for Arsenal. It seems that Arsenal are looking at additional reinforcements within midfield. But for a defensive midfield player, it just really shows it clear that we're probably looking to either upgrade on Lucas Torreira or to get a backup for Lucas Torreira. Now, I'll leave the decision with you guys on who do you really think is better. Do you think someone like Thomas Partey is better, or do you think that Lucas Torreira is still the ideal option to play in that defensive midfield role? Now, with Thomas Partey, 6'1" defensive midfield player, can also play as an additional right back and central midfield player. He does occasionally like to go forward, but he's a really solid defensively unit. He's great at holding the ball up. He makes tackles very well. I mean, he would be a massive upgrade. I would say even just in a defensive capacity to the likes of Maitland-Niles there, who play as like a right back slash kind of right wing back. But I know Arsenal would most likely be playing this guy within defensive midfield, but such a really good solid player for the Gunners. Now here's the stumbling blocks there with Thomas Partey. Currently right now he has a 45 million release clause within his contract, which I think is very steep, especially if you believe in a lot of the talks that David Ornstein has in relation to Arsenal and their lack of transfer budget. And the 40 million kind of transfer budget, especially if we don't win the Europa League, it probably means that players like Thomas Partey we probably won't be able to get. But it's said that Arsenal believe that they could go and try to get Thomas Partey for less than his release clause, especially what's going on right now with Atletico Madrid. I actually believe that situation. Right now, Atletico Madrid are going through a situation where there's lots of changes, lots of rebuilding that's needed. You can make an argument that maybe Thomas Partey could be part of that, but they're going to need a lot of rebuilding funds to be able to upgrade their squad to get it to the level that's required to where a lot of Spanish clubs are now back in that contention for semi-finals, finals of Champions League and Europa League competitions, because it's been a bad year for basically mainland Europe. I mean, English clubs have been dominating, and this could be an opportunity for Atletico Madrid to get some much needed funds into their team. Inter Milan are also said to be looking at Thomas Partey. He's said to be able to add that midfield steel and also reinforcements to their midfield as well. And for them, it could be a pretty good option. I think the issue with Arsenal and Manchester United competing with Inter Milan is that Inter Milan seen that kind of 45 million price tag as not a bad option, and I think maybe that's where the likes of Arsenal and Manchester United will probably struggle to be able to compete with. At least more so with Arsenal than Manchester United. You know, Manchester United just go and spend silly money on lots of players. Other news, we've got Lacazette towards Atletico Madrid. Again, this goes back into the whole story of Atletico Madrid rebuilding their squad and them looking for new, fresh faces, more quality in their side. It's said that they're looking at Lacazette as a replacement for Griezmann, who they feel is more likely to go to Barcelona, even though it still hasn't been given a concrete decision on whether he's going to go. But chances are he's more likely to go, especially when you look at the fact that last season he turned down a chance to go to Barcelona, signed a new contract, and now this has come out again. He's come up with a whole damn video about the fact that he's ready to leave Atletico Madrid. So it's more likely he's gonna go to Barcelona, live his dreams, do whatever. And I mean, as an Arsenal fan, I wish him the very best. As an I'm not really an Atletico fan, so it doesn't have anything to really do with me. but they're looking at Lacazette as a potential option. I don't see how this is even going to be possible. I don't see why it would work. I don't see why Lacazette would want to go to Atletico Madrid. And the only really stumbling block that I think would probably even prevent that is Arsenal finishing within the Champions League and Arsenal playing in the Champions League next season. I feel that if Lacazette is so desperate to want to play in the Champions League, then maybe this is seen as an option that could hinder Arsenal from keeping Lacazette. But then I would feel that the same thing also goes for Aubameyang. So could be a bit of an issue, but I think we've got Lacazette at least for another year. So I'll be fingers crossed in regards to we managed to keep Lacazette. And then finally, Wilfried Zaha linked to Palace. All throughout yesterday, this news was going absolute ape shit everywhere on social media. It's part of the reason why I didn't really upload a video throughout the course of yesterday, except for the morning, just because I wanted to see where all of this was going to go. And now this morning, today in the Sun, they've been reporting that Crystal Palace have been valued Wilfried Zaha close to £100 million in order for them to get rid of them. And it said that Arsenal don't give a shit about the 100 million, that they're just going to go and bid nowhere near that, and they're going to bid whatever they want to bid in regards to Wilfried Zaha. So really and truly, I mean, it's Arsenal not giving a fuck. But I thought it'd be an interesting telltale sign to kind of present to you guys. Who knows? Arsenal will probably bid a bit of 40 million and £1 for Wilfried Zaha. I mean, Crystal Palace have been quite clear on the situation with Zaha. He is their best player, and even though I think he would add something to our squad, 100 mil, 80 mil, 60 mil, 50 mil, they're way too much for Wilfried Zaha. Talented, but not at that type of level. And to be honest, even if we had that type of money, we shouldn't be spending that kind of money on Wilfried Zaha. But guys, let me know what you think below about all the new stuff spoken here today. Wilfried Zaha linked to Arsenal. Do you even think Arsenal have a chance? Lacazette going to Atletico Madrid, as well as we got the big guy Thomas Partey from Atletico Madrid being linked to Arsenal. So lots of interchange between Arsenal and Atletico. Please leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. Please subscribe if you already haven't to get recent news on my new content that's released. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.